dark and stormy. It's Friday afternoon on a boat, sun setting. It doesn't get more boat life than this. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Tymon and this is Slide Adrift. Welcome. What do you think of this new lens? I'm loving it. It looks so much better. Okay, so for the best part of the last 2 years, I have been doing upgrades and refits on this 36-foot Lavranos that is my boat, Frankie Knuckles. I've done a lot of stuff, swapped out the diesel for electric motor, replaced the standard rigging. If you guys want to check that out after the video, I've documented it all. It's all on YouTube. I have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, almost all of it online, and I feel like I'm a little bit of an authority on what online companies, sort of online chandleries out there are good and what ones are shit. Unfortunately, this is only in Australia. For all of you international viewers, if you are actually watching this, that means you must just love my face. But yeah, so this is mainly for all of my Australian viewers, and it's also for people that are coming to Australia and they're on their boat. I imagine if I watched this video for me when I started, it would make things a lot easier. It would give me a really good grounding of what companies I should start using and what companies I should steer clear from. I'm not sponsored by anyone or anything but myself. These are all my own views. If a company is shit, that means I have had a shit run with them, and if a company is great, that means I've had a great run with them. I'm only reviewing what companies I have used, so if you don't see a company on this video, that means I haven't used it. And also, I would like to know about more companies in Australia or internationally that people have used that they've found really good, and ideally people have used like consecutively. I don't know if when I search for stuff, my Google bubble is searching the whole of Australia or the whole of a world, or it's giving me a sort of a narrowed view. So it'd be really interesting to hear if I've left out some bad companies and left out some good companies as well. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. Okay, let's get this video started. Today, we learn. It's quite strong. I didn't mean to make it that strong, or did I? Okay, I'm gonna rate all these companies in between 1 and 5 stars. What makes 1 star and what makes 5 star? Basically, 1 star is any company that's obviously fraudulent or whatever, but mainly lack of communication. A consistent theme of, for me, a 1 star rating is classic example of selling everything under the sun. You order something, it doesn't arrive within a week, within 2 weeks, within 3 weeks, however much time. You contact them, there's no contact. You ask for a refund, there's still no contact. It's just really poor communication and zero communication when they don't have a product. And on the opposite end of that scale is 5 star. I understand you can't stock everything, but you should have a very good relationship and access to your suppliers on knowing when the products are going to be shipped out and when they're available. That system definitely exists, because I talk to companies and they say, I'm in the portal of something such or other and I can see they've got 3 and that's going to take this long to come out. So it exists. The companies that don't do it either don't have access to it or are just shit. So 5 star is cheap goods, good communication, fast delivery. It's super simple. Alright, first off the list, a big fat 1 star, and let's even give them one asshole credit. Adventuresafety.com.au. I ordered some deck organizing stuff that I generally couldn't find anywhere else in Australia, so I have to give it to them. So I ordered something from them, it didn't rock up after ages. I contacted them, there was zero communication. Contacted them, still no communication. Started the reversal process with my banks, got halfway through that process with the bank, and then the product just rocked up. So I have to give them 1 star. They're not a fraudulent company, I don't believe. I did get my product, but yeah, there was zero communication and I'll absolutely never be going with them again. They don't have any Google reviews, which is how I fell into their trap. 1 star, adventuresafety.com.au. Loud noises. I've recorded this 3 days in a row. Yesterday it was the dog was yapping away, and the day before it was with the shitty lens. Okay, Arnold's boat shop. Another one of these companies where they will sell everything on the planet. If they have it, that's great. If they don't have it, then you're in trouble. Then it's the classic string along, no communication, keep your money for as long as possible, make it really hard for you to get your money back. Yeah, I spent like $6,000 or something with them. There was little to no correspondence and nothing was getting sent out. And then they said they were waiting for something. And finally I got the shits and I just said, look, just stop, just give me my money back. When I said that, they just sent out what they had. I ended up getting most of the stuff from them, and then I had to go through another process for them to get a refund for the part that they didn't send out. And funny enough, the part that they said they were waiting on, I actually called Harken directly and they sent it out within a couple of days. So I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't think they're a fraudulent company. I just think they've got some shitty business practices, whether they're overwhelmed or whether they're just shit. I just don't know. They could be overwhelmed, because this is why I gave them 2 stars and not 1 star, is because Arnold's Boat Shop have sales all the time and they're quite big. Arnold's Boat Shop are generally one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest anyway. And then when I ordered $6,000 and something, they gave me 5% or something, a percentage discount for signing up for a new member, which is why I went through them. If you are in that test case, if you have to spend a lot of money and you want to take the risk and you've taken all precautions to know that you can get your money back and you don't need something urgently if they don't have it, it could be a good idea to go through Arnold's Boat Shop. There are a lot of positive reviews. There are a lot of negative ones. So you have been warned. I will never use them again. I'm done. No thank you. Arnold's Boat Shop, 2 stars. How's my lighting looking? It looks pretty good. So Outback Equipment. Not to be confused with Outback Marine. Outback Equipment generally have pretty cheap stuff. They have a lot of marine stuff and they have a lot of camping stuff as well. They're another one of these companies that will sell everything under the earth. If they don't have it in and you have to wait for it, they just don't let you know. When they do have it in, they get it out to you really quickly. So they're not the worst, they're not the best. But yeah, 3 stars, Outback Equipment. Here's a hot tip if you're going to use them. And I would if I needed to in the future. I would still use them, and they're not on my blacklist. So here's a hot tip. If you need to ring them up, when you ring them up, you get 2 choices. You get current orders, press 1. It might be the other way around, but you know what I'm talking about. New sales, press 2. Current orders, press 1. You go straight to voicemail. Thank you very much. Yeah, we don't want to deal with you. New orders, you go straight to a person, like straight to a person. And then once you're talking to the person, you can say, cancel my order, or what the f is going on. Outback Equipment, 3 stars. Boating Central, I have used more times than Outback Equipment. Boating Central, they have a soft spot in my heart because I've spoken to them a few times on the phone and they're really nice people. I think they're lacking in a few areas in the business sense. They are generally pretty cheap, which is why I will go through them, and if they've got it, they're good, and if they don't have it, they sort of lack in calling you and letting you know. With companies like that are generally good, I will ring them up and I will say, look, I need this. Do you have it? How long is it going to take? And so I have to make the initiation to call them and find out what's going on, because they're definitely not going to do it with me. Like for instance, I did try and buy thousands of dollars worth of some pretty good rigging rope. Running rigging. They said they would get back to me and they just didn't. And so I bought it from somewhere else, and that was like, that was a lot of money. That was a lot of money worth of rope that it just sort of got lost in translation for them. But I know they're nice guys. There are other companies, they might be nice people too, but I just haven't spoken to them. So yeah, Boating Central, 3 stars. The Boat Warehouse I have used 2 times. They've been pretty good both times. I'm going to give them 4 stars, but I don't really feel like I'm a good authority on whether they are more than 4 stars or less than 4 stars, because I haven't used them very much. The 2 times that I've used them, they have been pretty good. The stuff has been sent out. They've been pretty cheap, but I'll definitely use them again, and I'm going to give them 4 stars. Whitworths. So I covered Whitworths because they have a chandlery here in the Gold Coast. I covered them in my Welcome to the Gold Coast sort of video. If you guys haven't seen that and you want it, have a look at it, check it out up there. They're pretty good, they're pretty cheap, they're well established, there's a chain, they've got a few stores. I'm gonna give them 4 stars because they're not always the cheapest. They're generally pretty good at what they do. I use them a lot and I'll definitely use them again. They're not exceptional, but they're pretty close to it. So yeah, 4 stars for Whitworths. The Bosun's Locker. The Bosun's Locker I was going to give 4.5, but I recently bought something from them and he just was exceptional, and it sort of made me reevaluate, why am I giving this guy a 4? I think he should be 5. He's online, he's normally pretty cheap. He's also got a physical store here that I can pick stuff up from, which is convenient for boaties. Cheap, good communication. And the other day I got a Harken Traveller 4-to-1 kit because I will be upgrading the Traveller sometime soon. And he didn't have it, so he called me and he goes, we don't have it. I was like, okay, but he goes, there's none in Australia. And then he thought of something. He goes, hey, hang on, let me see if I can try something. I'll call you back. Called me back a short while later and he said, yeah, are you happy to not have the fancy box? Instead of the fancy box, I can make up the 3 parts that are in it. I can get all 3 from Harken. We put it together, we give it to you. It's exactly the same. He did that. He called me, he initiated everything, he did it all himself, and then he got it in one day. He got it, I don't know how he gets stuff so quickly, but he got it in one day and I went and picked it up from him here on the Gold Coast. So I haven't had any bad runs with the Bosun's Locker. It's always been pretty good and they're always pretty cheap, if not one of the cheapest. So Bosun's Locker, thank you very much. That's 5 stars. This brings me to my favorite online chandlery, if you will, store, and I'm gonna give them 5 stars. They're exceptional. I'm not affiliated, and it's Blue Bottle Marine. So Blue Bottle Marine, if they've got something, they will almost certainly be the cheapest or almost the cheapest within like $1 or something like that. And the guy that runs Blue Bottle Marine, I'm not sure if there's more people involved. Yeah, I've only dealt with this one guy. Exceptional. I've bought stuff from him. They've had it. They've sent it out straight away. That's great. I've bought stuff from them. They have had some of it. They haven't had the other part. He gives me a call so quickly. He goes, we got this, we don't have this. This is going to take a week and this is going to take a week and a half. Are you happy to wait? Yes, okay, wait a week and a half, send it all out. No, actually, I need it right now. Okay, so let's just cancel that order. Or the other situation that I've been in is he's like, are you happy for me to send out this part and send out this part when I get it? And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And he does that. It comes out really quickly. He is a boss and he runs his business like a boss. Thank you so much. If you're watching, Blue Bottle Marine, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. My stay lock fittings for my standing rigging that I replaced with the mast in the air. If you want to go check that out after this video, it's going to be up there. All my stay lock fittings I got from Harborside. That little fly has been like bugging me all day. I can't get him. Harborside Chandlery in Coffs Harbour. I used him online. He was really good and he was the cheapest for stay lock fittings. I haven't used him for anything else. It hasn't just come up in my searches or whatever. I just thought I'd let you guys know if you need stay lock fittings like I did. I used Harborside Chandlery. Okay, so the 2 companies I'm also going to give 5 stars to because they are exceptional. My favorite is here in the Gold Coast with a physical store, but they're also online. They're called Outback Marine. They are great. Not to be confused with Outback Equipment. So Outback Marine is more Victron-y, bus bars, fuses, Blue Sea, that sort of stuff. I have got a lot of stuff through them. They will have it in stock. If they don't have it in stock, they will let you know straight away. If they do have it in stock, you can physically pick it up within like an hour or something. Here's a hot tip. If you sign up for their VIP member online thing, doesn't cost you anything ever, just your email details, then all of their products get discounted, some a little bit more, and it really adds up. And it doesn't have to be like these obscure tiny little products. Like, we're talking all the Victron stuff, which is a lot of the stuff that I've bought from them. Victron, major brand, definitely the best, and you get these discounts that make it cheaper than anywhere else in Australia just by signing up to their thing, which doesn't cost you anything. So if I need anything along those lines, or if they have it at all, 100% of the time they are the cheapest once you log in and get your little discount. If they've got it, I'll be buying it from them, hands down. No questions asked. Even cheaper than Blue Bottle Marine, and Blue Bottle Marine are usually the cheapest as well. Another 5-star, if you guys are looking for, they sell similar stuff, sort of Victron-y, off-grid, bus bars, fuses, all that kind of stuff, is Springer Solar. I've given them also an honorable mention because A, they're really good, they're always really cheap, but they always have sales, just like Arnold's Boat Shop. They've always got these ridiculous sales, like, I don't know, a few times a year, where the like Victron equipment, you will get a massive discount off what is already really cheap. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, they're definitely worth checking out. Springer Solar. I'm almost at the limit of my filter, but this is all looking good. Hey, I'm loving this lens. Okay, so if you are coming to Australia, or you've just come to Australia, the easiest way to get stuff sent out is make a free parcel locker at Australia Post, and then ring the supplier that you're getting the stuff off and make sure they're sending it with Australia Post, or Star Trek. Star Trek in Australia is Australia Post. That is an easy way to get stuff. And also Amazon, just like the rest of the world. If it's something small, generally crappy, sometimes not so crappy, Amazon have their lockers absolutely everywhere. If it's on Amazon, that's an easy way to get stuff too. Other than that, you might need a physical address or have a good relationship with a boatyard or something that you can get stuff to. I have got into the habit, sometimes I slip up, like adventuresafety.com. I've got into the habit of checking obviously the reviews, but the 1-star reviews in particular, and how often they're occurring and what they're saying. So 1-star reviews for Arnold Boat Shop, it's every probably week, to be honest, and it's always the same thing. No product, no communication. No product, no communication. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Trying to get a refund, blah, 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 blah. Whereas if you go to Blue Bottle Marine, I think they've got like, every company is going to have 5-star and 1-star, right? So yeah, I think their 1-stars are like a year apart or something ridiculous. Yeah, they're not often. Check the 1-star reviews. That's an easy way of seeing how often they're coming through and whether there's a theme running in those 1-star reviews. There usually is. It's possible. It can't be too hard. Other companies are doing it. Just get better practices. You're just doing something wrong, and once you do that right, you could easily bump up like 2 stars up to 5 stars, especially Arnold's Boat Shop. They've always got cheapest, they've got sales. Like, if they just had good communication, they would rule Australia. Just a real quick interjection here. Mr. John Murphy, my new Patreon. Welcome to the team. Club, fraternity? I think there's just guys in my Patreon. Flotilla. Welcome to the Flotilla, mate. Good to have you on board. Send us a message. I'd like to hear from you. Okay, guys, that's it from me. A little bit of a different video, this one, but I just thought I've done so much research and spent so much money, it would be easy for me to pass on the knowledge and stuff that I've learned. If you got something out of this video, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to hear from you guys and hear whether it was worth making this video. And I will see you next week. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh. Friggin' fly is trying to get into my rum. He likes the limes. Whenever I've got limes on board, limes equals flies.